I'm getting 60 plus leads per month for one single SaaS client. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So we're going to cover the infrastructure that we use, prospect list we've built, scripts we're sending out, because we're doing this via cold email. And before I go into like any like technical details, in case you don't exactly know like how cold email works. So what we basically do is, like, in very simple terms, we go in there and we have like a sending infrastructure. I'm just gonna like, this is gonna be the black box view, right? So we have this sending infrastructure, and this has a bunch of email addresses and domains and whatnot. So we use the sending ability from these inboxes, right? We have like a bunch of inboxes. We use this sending ability to then send out very nice email scripts. This is unfortunate. We send out very nice email scripts with the offer of our clients, and we send that to a huge list of people, right? With contact details and whatnot. And we do this over 5,000 times a day. So in this case, 4,000. So these are the stats, right? So we've sent out 113,000 emails, got 600 responses, and 126 leads in the last 60 days, right? And I'm going to show you what it actually takes to do this. Because as soon as you get something like this into your business, be it a software business, an agency, consultancy, whatever, right? You want to have like ton of leads, right? Because you can actually handle more growth, like more clients right now. I'm going to show you exactly how we do this for this client. So this is AirPay, by the way. AirPay, boom, amazing, AirPay. And AirPay offers a software for dental practices, right? Software for dental practices. And we're blasting out emails for them. So this is pretty nice. And the way we do this is we build this infrastructure of like domains. So the way it works is, cold emails, you don't send them out from your main domain, because if you send it out from your main domain, you will land in spam inevitably. Like, I don't want to go too deep into that, but just take my word for it. I've sent over 10 million cold emails. It will burn your main domain, and like, you won't be able to send out invoice anymore because they land in spam. You will lose all of your SEO gains. Like, bad, right? Do not ruin your main domain. The way you're gonna set it up is, you're gonna have one, and these are like, we call these packages, right? So you're gonna have a domain, and then you're gonna have 2 or 3 inboxes connected to each domain. So that's gonna look like this, right? So boom, boom. This looks terrible, but it's all good. Like, it illustrates the point, right? So you're gonna have these 3 inboxes per domain. This is gonna be one package, right? And then you're going to build as many as possible of these, because each of these can send out only so many emails, right? And you can send out 20 emails per day per inbox. So in this case, one domain can send out, like, one package can send out 60 emails per day. So to send out 4,000 of these, you would need, quick math, right? You have 4,000 emails, and you want to have like 60. So this is going to be 4,000 divided by 60. You need 67 domains with 3 inboxes each, right? So you're going to easily reach, what's that, like over 200 inboxes, basically. That's what you're going to set up. This is set up. So we have over 200 inboxes. We actually have even more, but we're sending out very, very sustainably. To get like to 4,500 emails per day, right? And as soon as you can send out that many emails, you have this first part ready. And then you're going to take all of these and you're going to put it into some sequencing tool. We use Email Bison in this case to send out nice scripts. So one of the best performing scripts that we're writing out is, hey, first name, is your front desk wasting 4 hours every day calling insurance carriers? If so, AirPay automates that completely, helping XYZ dental group, I don't know, save 60% on payroll, or yeah, whatever, like on payroll every year with our tool. Can I send you a quick demo showing how, right? This is just one script of 20 that worked pretty well that we're pushing out. And this is a rough paraphrase script. Like, this is like roughly what we send out. And sending those out to those lists is like, now the list is very important, right? So we pull from Google Maps, and we pull dental practices, and we pull basically every single dental practice in the US. So we have like For now, we have like 85,000 or so. We're still pulling more. So we have like 85,000 dental practices. And then we basically send out these emails once every 30 to 60 days to all of these dental practices. To all of these dental practices, right? And this is how we literally like get this done, which is why we like got them over 120 plus. Like 127 we have right now in the last 60 days. Wild, right? And if you then have a half decent booking process, which they do have a solid booking process, you can turn 50% of these into demos. And then you can close like a certain percentage of those, and that's every 30 to 60 days. And you can scale this up to be like quicker, right? And if you're total addressable market, so the pool of people that you can actually like reach, right? So let's draw a pool of people, right? This is one people, and then we have like a bunch of these. Boom. Exponential growth, by the way. Look at them. Amazing. Boom. Yes. If you have a lot of people we can target, that's amazing because we can send out one generic script to all of them, which is relevant to all of them every 30 to 60 days to generate leads. This is super nice because we're using so many different inboxes, they will never know you emailed them twice. This will never, like, this never happens. We do this every 30 to 60 days. We do it across all clients. We do it for ourselves. It works, right? We're pushing this out. We also have another case study where we got 230 plus demos booked within 10 months for a logistics SaaS company. So it's also another software company that we did this for. We also did this for agencies, by the way. For one agency, like within 2 months, we got them 180 leads. Wild stuff. So this stuff actually works, right? And this is literally how we do it. So if you're somewhat into cold email and you're trying to figure out like how this stuff works, and people are telling you like that you need super complicated flows, and then you need subsequences, you need this, you need that, you need perfect copy, complete bullshit. Doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter. This is literally how we get leads, right? Super simple stuff. You just need to make sure that you send out. Wait, let's actually talk about this. So you need actual volume, right? You need to send out actual volume, like not 200 emails per day. That's not volume. Like we need thousands, right? And then you need perfect deliverability, right? You need to like avoid spam. You need to avoid spam. This is super important. And then you need relevant scripts. So meaning, by the way, this is better than personalized. And what's the difference? Let me quickly cover these, right? So volume, super simple. We need to send out a couple thousand emails per day, right? This is like bare minimum. For deliverability, we need to make sure that the couple thousand emails that we send out per day, they actually land in the primary inbox, because if they do not land in the primary inbox, there is no point in sending out that many emails because no one will read them. So your effective speed, right? Your effective sending speed might just be 20 emails a day, because that's only the 20 emails out of the thousands that you're sending that are landing in the primary inbox and get read by someone. And by the way, open rates, etc., you don't need to track them. Everyone reads your emails. That's not an issue. Like everyone opens your emails. It's just a fact. All the open rates that you're tracking are fake anyways. You can't reliably track open rates anymore since the Apple iOS updates that have happened, where the Mail app opens your email or marks it as open by default. So it doesn't really matter. We don't track opens, we don't track click rates, whatever. We just track reply rates and interest rates. That's the only thing that matters, right? So you're going to take all of that and you're going to make sure that you're landing in the primary. How do you know that? You need at least 1% response rate. That's pretty much it, right? Like with out of office, you're getting out of office messages, you get like people that tell you to unsubscribe, etc. That's a very good sign that someone's reading your email. That's literally everything that you need. So you land in the primary inbox. That's good. At least 90% of the time. And then you need relevant scripts. And now this is super important. Like relevant scripts is better than personalized scripts. Why? And by the way, relevant, like this is a super relevant script. And it is barely, because it's not even first name, it's hey there. There's zero personalization about this. We just have one case study, which is relevant because like we're talking to dental groups and dental practices. This is a full-on dental practice issue. It's super relevant for 80,000 people. And we're not personalizing anything, right? Anything. This is what relevant scripts look like. Because personalization doesn't matter. Personalization, by the way, people talking about like what school you went to or AI icebreakers and stuff, BS. It's just complete BS. Don't get psyoped, please. Like if you're watching this video, right? and you're listening in, and you've watched a couple of the other videos, please, for the love of God, don't get psyoped by the market. It doesn't make any sense. There are a lot of like people in the cold email space that talk about like, yeah, you need to personalize every single email, etc. There is value in personalization if you actually do it right. And at that point, if you do personalization right, it's basically relevance. So you're talking to the correct people at the correct time with the correct offer. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're not talking about what school they went to, that their website is nice, some random ass compliment that you don't really mean, right? We don't do fake stuff like that. We just write a very short, very easy to read, very relevant message. That's basically how we do it. That's literally how we get the results for our clients. It is not complicated. Like, I have to do this for multiple clients at the same time. I can't be bothered to figure out like, yeah, we need to like figure out what the school is of that person's, etc. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. I'm a fan of simplicity. I like simple stuff. This simple stuff. It's verse. Right. And if you do this enough, some of these people will then literally raise their hands, right? Let's raise this person's hand. And then you will talk to them, right? You will have a conversation. And this is what cold email is for. You're going to have a conversation, and in that conversation, you're just going to talk about the thing that you just emailed them about. So you have a chill chat, right? You can have back and forth. That's perfectly fine. That is perfectly fine. We're talking about like, this is outbound. This is not warm traffic. They don't know you, right? They don't know anything about you. So you need a nice sales motion, and sales motion is a fancy word for like, you need a nice sales process, right? Where it's super chill. It just needs to be super chill. You don't need to like overthink this stuff. You can just talk to people, have a back and forth, ask a couple questions, and it will work. Because if you look at the case study that we have in here, maybe we have it in here. Yes. So we have like the real responses that we have for RP. So someone just asked like, please send the video, like the demo video that we talked about, right? And then they literally say, here's the video. So this is a hyperlink. What practice management software does your office use? Like, we don't need to straight up jump on a call, right? Please send information. Hi, Richard. Here's a video explainer. What PMS do you use? Happy to set up a few minutes to answer any questions you may have. Very chill. This needs to be very chill, right? This is how you will actually like book these things. So you will have a chill chat, and with that chill chat, as long as you're actually like providing value, right? You'll be providing value. People will at some point say, well, interesting. These are real people, not annoying, probably know something that might be helpful for my situation, basically. This is what you want to induce in the people, because then and only then will they actually go ahead and then book a call. But they will never, ever, 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 ever book a call if you ask whether they have 20 minutes this week. You're asking a stranger for 20 minutes of his time. They have no idea who you are. They don't know if you're going to scam them. They don't even know if you're a real person, right? They don't even know. They don't even want to like respond back to you. So that's super bad. And that's also the main issue that most people have with cold emails. If you offer like stuff like this, like a video, which is like a very easy yes, you will finally get responses. You will finally find people that might be interesting. You now have access to the pool of people that would be interested because you get them to raise their hand. So now you have a conversation, which this is exactly what cold email is for, to have a conversation. We want to have a conversation, so we have like a back and forth, provide value to these people, right? So that they recognize and realize that we are real people, we are not annoying, and we probably know something that might be helpful for their situation, because only then would they ever consider jumping on a call. Now, how else would you be able to like build this situation where these three attributes get like accomplished, right? There are a couple things actually. Like let's cover this. So if you send out an email, let's actually take this email. Boom, right? I hope this works. Amazing. Okay. So this is the email, right? We send the email, and then we have like this thing where it says like from, and then John at companyurl.com, right? This is what it says. Every single sane person on planet Earth, whenever they get a cold email, they will literally just look up companyurl.com and they will land on some page. Let's actually do this as well. Leadarc.io. Someone will like literally Google this, and then they will see a site. And if on that site is like there's no clear offer, right? There's no VSL. There are no testimonials or accomplishments, etc. Like for example, we've booked meetings with Red Bull, Salesforce, Lockheed Martin, Deloitte, Airbus, like Porsche. We've booked meetings for our customers with these companies. We have YouTube channels, right? This YouTube's like Leon's YouTube channel, this is mine. We have Twitter, we have LinkedIn, we also have Instagram. We will add that on there, right? We have these things. We have like a school community where we have almost like 100 people just in the school community. We have like a phone number where you can text people. You can like check out results, right? People can scroll in here. They can like go onto the YouTube channel, check out a couple of videos. If you are not real, no one's gonna book because you are not real. There is no realness about you. There's no content. There's nothing, right? And if there's no if there's no context to who you are, if someone Googles your name and they don't find anything, right? They don't find a LinkedIn, they don't find Instagram, they don't find YouTube, they don't find anything like that, they will be super annoyed because you could just be a spam email that they should have archived instead of reading, right? Instead of reading it. So that's going to be super hard. If you don't have any content, it's going to be super hard. The best clients that I have content. They have content somehow, some way. Even if it's on a company page, like you need to look official. You need to look real. You need to have like employees on your LinkedIn and stuff. Like you need this stuff. Because only then would they be able to say, well, I've looked at the demo. This looks helpful. They seem like real people, which is super nice because this is not some random Indian call center for like scamming people for their credit card details, right? So this is not annoying, and they probably know something that might be helpful for my situation because I do have my front desk wasting 4 hours every day calling insurance carriers. This is a situation that I'm facing right now. This is super annoying. So they might actually have something that might be of value. So which is why I asked for that like free demo, which was pretty valuable because I saw how their system works and how it integrates into my PMS, right? That's pretty cool. And actually, let me book a call. It seems like they know something that might be helpful for my situation. But the problem is, like, the reason why no one will make this work is because they don't accept that email is for having conversations. They think they will close someone off of the first email. That's really what people think. So what they do is they say, well, fuck relevant scripts. I want to have this personalized. I want to have some AI enrichment. I want to do some neuro-linguistic programming in the first email, and I'm only gonna I'm gonna put all of my effort. If I put all of my effort into one email that I'll send to every single person on planet Earth, it will close people on the first email. They will literally take out their credit card and they will pay. That's what people think. Go back 20 seconds, listen to what I said. This is literally like what people think. That is wild. That is wild behavior. That is also super childish. So we need to grow up. We need to grow up. We need to live in this reality that we're in, right? We need to look in the mirror and we need to be honest. Like, who the fuck buys something off of a singular cold email? There's not a single person on planet Earth that's going to do that. So we need to grow the fuck up. And we need to accept that we need to have as many conversations as possible every single day with people that might want to have the thing that we can offer them. And then we need to offer that thing to the people. That's literally it, right? And by the way, I have some people saying like, yeah, but like getting responses if you offer like a demo video, CTA, the one that I just put in there. Offering people demo video CTA is like super lame because they just want to watch the demo and they will like never respond ever again. They will just ghost me. The reason they're ghosting you is because you don't look like a real person, which is super annoying, which is why they also think that you don't know anything that might be useful to them because you're just annoying. You're just sending cold emails and you're not being helpful at all. And the demo video that you've sent is super unhelpful as well because it's low quality, your microphone sucks, and they don't want to listen to you because you can't talk to camera. You're just annoying. Of course they're gonna ghost you. Of course they're gonna ghost you. Like on this entire like sales journey, right? on this journey of like getting a sale, like this is dollars, right? This is, and this should, like, this was supposed to be an arrow. On this entire journey where you're like, you send the first email, then you get responses to like people telling you to fuck off, and then people say, yes, I have some level of interest. Whole email only can take you this far. This is where you can go with cold email. Like, this is where cold email will take you. Anything after that, right? This entire place, like here, up until the money, is just sales. And if your sales process sucks, too bad. But you can fix this. Like, this is super fixable, right? So I'm telling you this because this will occur. If you do the things that I just said, this will occur. You will get up until this point, you will get positive responses, and then you won't be able to close anyone because your sales process sucks. Which is fine. Like, you can fix this stuff. Like, this is completely fixable. We fix this for clients as well. That's not a problem. But you need to accept that cold email is not at fault. If you're sitting there and you send out so many emails and you weren't able to book any calls, right? You weren't able to book calls, and then if you booked a call, they didn't like you at all. They jumped on the meeting, super annoyed, telling you that they only have 20 minutes. If this is the situation that you're in right now, this is super fixable. Because you can turn a cold conversation into something that's lukewarm and then actually get them to the position where they are literally warm. Where our leads, they jump on calls and they say, holy shit, you're the guy from the YouTube video. I watched all of your YouTube videos since you emailed me because I need lead generation. Like, I need this stuff. And most people offer me this shit. And I can't believe them because they're not real. They're not real. So I don't want to talk to them. It might be some Indian scammer. I don't want to talk to them. That's an issue. Like, if people on your sales calls are not engaging with you like that, first of all, if that ever happens to us, like, we literally ask them whether they watch the videos, not the YouTube videos, but like, we have like a VSL, right? We have this VSL. Like, have you watched the VSL? It's like a minimum requirement. And if they haven't, we just have them watch the call, like watch the VSL on the call. You have to watch the VSL because we need to pre-frame the people that jump on the call. And if they haven't watched the videos, we also send them an email, by the way, before they actually jump on a call, where we give them like case studies, we give them the VSL to watch, and there was something else. I think testimonials, I don't remember, or like how it works or something, some document, I forgot. We have like 3 documents that we send them, and we have them watch all of the things before they jump on a call, and they need to respond with good to go, because otherwise we will not let them on the call. We'll just literally cancel the call. We don't talk to people that are not completely vetted, right? And this is what we also tell our clients, and it works. It literally works. Like, this is getting them money. It works. And we've been working together for like 24 months. So that's wild, right? So in this case, that's literally the one thing that you need to make this work. Like, you need a proper sales process, because everything before that, honestly, like cold email, you just need someone that can run this reliably. And if you don't know how to do this, like setting up all the domains and this and that, and writing the scripts, etc., we're working on something where we can like actually give people like a free campaign strategy with all of the scripts that we would use, literally, right? So they can have like, they can enter their details, like everything. They can enter everything. Who you're looking for, the offer that you're selling, how many sales like case studies you have, or sales assets or testimonials. And then based on that, we will literally have our internal AI draft up the entire campaign strategy for you. If you're seeing this in a later stage, it's probably the first thing in the description. If it's not there yet, you'll have to wait for a bit. But if you don't want to do this yourself at all, you just want to have someone that can get you to this point where you'll get like demos onto your calendar so you can actually close them, I would highly recommend you go to the first thing in the description right now. It should be right now the first thing. Maybe it's the second thing. It's just leadsart.io/offer, right? You go there and you play the video, you watch the case studies, and then you play around with the ROI calculator, and then you book a call so we can talk on that call through your campaign strategy, and then tell you whether we can get started or not, because we do performance-based lead generation where you only pay per call, right? So it's completely performance-based. There's basically no risk on your end. All of the risk is on our end, which is why we need to vet the people that we're talking to, because otherwise we will basically make zero profits off of the client agreements that we would have. But we don't, thankfully. So that's pretty nice. I hope this was helpful. If you want to see more like breakdowns like these, showing exactly like how we get the results for our clients, like how it works step by step, feel free to subscribe right now, activate the bell icon if you want to. And otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Take care.